Hey everyone, I'm Allison, this is Daniel with Play the Game, and we are giving you a first look at the new Tidal Blades Banner Festival coming from Druid City Games.
Yes.
There's been a lot of questions about this game, so we do have a full playthrough coming out soon, but we kind of wanted to give you a first look at the game on the table. We actually just played this game with the boys.
And we posted about it, and the first question was, is it worth it?
Is it worth it?
Yes.
I've had it actually multiple times. Is it worth it?
Blanket statement, yes.
Especially if you have a family that maybe Tidal Blades, like the bigger game, is a little bit more advanced. We do love that game as well. This one brings it down. If you like trick taking, man, this is going to be your game.
Now we got the chance to play this at Gamma with James Hudson with Druid City Games. So we got to see it about 4 months ago.
No,
March, April,
2?
May, June. 3 months ago. That was about 3 months ago. We got to play this for the first time and loved it. It is how did James describe it? Sophisticated trick-taking with area majority.
Area majority.
Sophisticated trick-taking with area majority. So
now, these are your banners. So everyone...
Now, I feel I need to clarify. We have not played the crew. We have not played some of those other...
We played Gudetama.
Yes, we played Gudetama. We've played trick-taking games. We've played spades and stuff. And hearts and
Scout.
Yeah, we've played trick-taking games.
We like trick-taking games.
But we haven't played, so when I say this is like the most strategic trick-taking game I've ever played, I don't know about those others, like popular strategic trick-taking games.
A lot of people really love Crew, which we really need to play that game.
So to answer your questions in the comments, go ahead and ask it, because engagement is good. I don't know. That's pre-answering. I don't know how it compares to the Crew, because I know that's going to be the question.
Also, Crew is cooperative. This is not cooperative. This is competitive.
I've never played the Crew. I've never watched it played. Never seen it played, so I don't know.
This is not the Crew.
Yes, it's not. This is Tidal Blades Banner Festival. It is a very sophisticated strategic trick-taking. So during the game, you will be moving the trade gate around the circle here into different colored quadrants. The quadrant that you're in determines the strength of the color of cards. So in purple, you have your normal trick-taking like strength of numbers. Each card has a 0 through 9, or each color has a 0 through 9. But then within that, you have the color of the card that shows its strength. So in here, it's purple, then orange, then yellow, then teal. So in this quadrant, a purple 0 would beat a teal 9. It would beat any other card of any other color. Within the same colors, purple 9 beats purple 0.
But what's really cool is, so you can win the trick, and then you get to move your little ski jet. No, that's what they're called, right?
It's a jet ski.
I call them jet
your
ski.
Watercraft.
Watercraft. Yeah. They look like Sea-Doos, but apparently you stand on jet skis.
You stand on a jet ski, you sit on a Sea-Doo.
So these are jet skis. Anyways, I've been calling it a Sea-Doo. Anyways, so you move that if you win it to wherever the banner is. You can pass go and you get more points. But then if you don't win and you lose the trick, so say I played a low teal, I lose the trick, the bottom of these have things that you can do. Only if you get last place do you get to do the things on the cards. So it's like, I may not want to win this one because what's on the card may be better.
Or I know that I can't win that one, so I'm going to strategically lose. And that's one of the things that I really like about this game is every level of player gets to do something.
Right, so if you're in the middle, say, we played a 4-player game, so 2 people either didn't win or lose. Well, then you get to place your banner on these little spaces and you get to do things.
Yes.
Which this one's supposed to have 2 on there because you placed 2.
I think
anyways.
We played this, but we also some stuff got cleaned up.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So this is the aftermath of our game with the boys with the cards and stuff cleaned up.
He won.
Yeah, I won 46. Peyton got 42.
I got 41.
40. Very close
Jared got 40.
game.
Yeah, we both, like all of us at the same time when we tallied, we were like, whoa, that was close.
Yep.
So Peyton is 9, Jared is 12 and a half, and then we're parents.
Yep. So as far as scoring goes, as Allison said, if you win the trick, you move your little Sea-Doo to wherever the trade gate is. You move your jet ski to wherever the trade gate is. If you pass this line, if you pass go, if you go from 8 to 1, if you pass back around the circle, then you flip over the top card on your scoring deck. Everyone has a 7-card scoring deck that goes from 1 to 28. The more cards you flip over, the higher your thing is. So at the end, you could have up to 28 points from your scoring deck.
Did you get that, or did you?
I got 15.
Oh, I only passed go twice.
Yes.
But then in scoring, so you've got these banners here that you put on just throughout the game. So there's 3 rounds where you get a hand of trick taking. So at the end of each round, you tally the banners. And so if I have the majority of the banners on this side versus this side, then I get 6 points, and those who are in second get points as well, and then you do it on this side. Then you take all the banners that aren't on these towers, so the towers get to add up.
And if you are one of those 2 middle players, you put your banner on the first open spot. So if those spots are all taken, they go to the tower. You can put as many tokens or as many banners as you want on the tower. And that is where, if all the other spots are taken, they go to the tower.
Right. An open spot means like there are like, if you play an even, then you put them there. And if you play orange, you'd play it there, that type of thing. They're all the squishy fruit that we haven't mentioned. The squishy fruit are squishy.
Yep.
And
another way to score.
Yes. Those you collect throughout the game. If you have a certain amount here in the center, that if that runs out, you have a feast. And
it's based on player count.
Yep.
So with different player
counts,
you have
these are extra that
more.
we're not necessarily playing with, but if, say, in that round you do get one when there's empty and you're starting the feast, you can draw from that one. But that's just another way to score. And actually, Peyton beat me by having that one extra point.
Yes, he got one because the way the feast works is when these are all gone. Again, if I'm supposed to take 2 and I take the last one, I would temporarily take one from the supply, and then we do a feast. Whoever has the most fruit gets 1 point per fruit they have. Everyone else gets half of the points rounded up. So if you have 4, you would get 2. If you have 3, you would get 2 because it's rounded up.
Right.
But yeah, Peyton at the end of the game
got 1.
He got 1. We did a feast in the middle of the third round. So he had 1, which scored him 1 point because at the end of the game, regardless of how many are left, you do one last feast. So he got 1 point, which knocked him above her.
We both would have gotten 41. He got 42.
Yes.
And overall, the boys asked. I was like, what? Like, asked in the middle of the game, what are you guys thinking?
Right.
They're both like, we really like this. At the end of the game, they were like, we really like this. So, I mean, I think that speaks for itself.
Yes.
Daniel and I, we felt that
it is
strategic.
A solid strategic trick game.
I mean, we've played with adults and we had a lot of fun. Played with the boys. Now, because there's just when you're playing with younger players, there are different things.
Slower.
It is slower
there's
because there's more to look at.
There's more to think about.
And you took a long time in some of yours.
I was having conversations.
You were, okay. But so there is a little bit more downtime when you're choosing which card to play. But it says plays 30 minutes, and I think that's right, especially with adults.
And so Jared, I think, got 21 points from his flags. I got 15. You got 10. Peyton got 10.
No, I think
he had 10 also. So what I really like, what jumps out to me about this game over other trick-taking games that I have played is the number of ways to score. And if you, like, when we played this with James, and Devin played with us too at Gamma, there was so much, like, it became so strategic, and were undercutting people. You at times, because you can score without taking the trick. So there's times that you want to lose so that you can strategically move the banner to where you want it, because you also get a piece of fruit. Sometimes if you land on the right spot based on where your scorecards are. So with this one,
I never got that.
If this is my last face-up card and I win the trick and I move to the number 6 space, I would get a fruit, which then gives me points when there's a feast. There's so many different ways to score in this that is not like, if you get dealt a bad hand, if you get dealt a bunch of weak cards, there's ways to mitigate it. That is kind of in other trick-taking games. There's not necessarily that way to mitigate more. You can do a lot with low cards. Like you can. I
love that you can when you lose the trick, you can do what's on the card. So like strategically, it's like, I really want to pass go. So say that this is here, and I lose the trick, and it happened to be, was it this one? Yeah, it's the 0. Advance my watercraft to the trade gate's position. So if I'm here,
so 0, you're losing, but it's still really strong. And when you lose the trick, you get to do the card's action, and you choose where it goes the next time when you are the actual loser of it. So
it's not a bad thing to lose.
So playing with a 0, if you can lose the trick with a 0.
If you can, that is the key word.
If you can, yes.
Because there's been times I tried to lose and then someone undercut me.
If you can lose with a 0, you get to go to the trade gate. If you pass go, you flip over a card, and then you get to determine where the trade gate is, and you can move it up to 4 spaces. Now, what's terribly frustrating is when, like, the trade gate gets moved 1 space in front of you, because if you win the trick and you're already at the gate, you make a full loop.
Right.
When I'm right here with this little red guy, and let's say Peyton moves it to there, and I win the trick, I just move one spot, meaning I don't pass go, I don't collect $200, I don't flip over a card. It is super frustrating. But this is, I love that within this game, no matter where you land,
you get to
within
do
the trick
something.
day, you get to do, everyone gets to do something every
that.
single turn. And it gives you a chance to, like, I know that, okay, we're over here. I have a purple 3. I'm not going to win it. I'm not going to lose it because someone is going to play an orange. Someone is going to play a teal. So I get to be strategic with my purple 3 and maybe think, okay, next time I can get it over here. I have some strong purple, but it gives you a chance to be strategic in each quadrant to clear out your hand, to clear out the weak ones or the middle ones so that you can either strategically lose or strategically win, but also get points along the way versus your standard trick-taking games that are just, I didn't win, so let me try and get rid of my weak card so maybe I can win next time. There's always a way to get points and to improve your position. So
now, this art is the Mr. Cunnington art that we love. That's throughout the whole Tidal Blades. They really have created an entire world, and
it's
just
beautiful.
It's so immersive.
It feels
and
like
I
part
love
of Tidal Blades.
So when you see that this is a Tidal Blades, everything we've done has been very like the presence on the table is so impactful. This is smaller.
It's a little, it sets up fast.
So,
I think with adults, it's going to play in about 30 minutes. With kids, it's 30 minutes
well,
to an hour.
I don't want people to think that because it's a smaller game, there's less strategy. There's less to it. It is a faster game. So you have that. It's a smaller game. I love the round.
As James described it, it is sophisticated trick. It is very sophisticated because there's so many different ways to get points other than just let me win the trick or let me get rid of bad cards. But
what I was saying is it is more impactful of a game than it may look when you come from the Tidal Blades world. It's like, oh, this seems really small.
And we have everything spread out here.
Yeah,
and everyone gets dealt a hand of 8 cards. You have your deck of scoring cards. There's a discard pile. Everyone has their little stack of banners. And then there's these point tokens and the squishy fruit. There is not a whole lot of... it plays up to 5 players. There's not a whole lot of table presence to it as far as like we have a small little table and stuff is going to be overflowing. It's not that. You can keep it pretty...
We played this
at a restaurant table. Yeah, we played it at a booth at a restaurant.
So it has, it fills that table, but you can play it at a restaurant if you want to.
You can play it at a coffee shop. If you have enough space for the board in the middle and then enough space for everyone to have a discard pile, you've got plenty of space to play it. So...
I'm excited to do our playthrough. I think it's going to be a lot of fun with adults playing that and really cutting.
It's very strategic and cutthroat.
It's going to be exciting.
When you have, when it's adults playing and you can really strategize that way. And once Jared and Peyton get a little more experience with it, it will be the same way.
They did great, though.
They did. For their first time playing, they were constantly... both of them trying to lose.
Was really interesting.
So that they could use the powers and so that they could progress. And they picked up on it really fast.
Peyton picked up on it real fast. He loves games like this.
He came in second place.
I knew it was going to be just in his wheelhouse. He was going to love it. And Jared likes games like this too. He's in the deeper strategy. He likes to really have a long, drawn out game. So this is more of Peyton's. But I'm excited for our playthrough.
So this is Tidal Blades Banner Festival from Druid City Games. Coming sometime this fall. We will have a full playthrough coming soon enough for the next few weeks. It is a fantastic game. Is it worth it? Yes. How does it compare to the crew? I don't know. So
we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.